Hi and welcome along to the Bias Premier League show, brought to you today by Boohoo Man. Do not forget, you get an extra 10% off when you use the code AFTV10. All you got to do is scan the QR code on the screen or click the link in the description. Stuff like this, stuff like that. But where's Yardi?
Who? No, I'm joking. Yeah, where is he?
No Yardi today, man.
But anyway, listen, he's no great loss. He's no great loss. He's a waste of space as well. Even as a comedian, he's a waste of space. Just kidding.
Well, maybe you shouldn't have said that because he sent a very special present for you.
Okay. Well,
some new headphones. Put those on. And he sent me one as well. And if we put these on, he will magically appear.
Yeah.
Okay, waste of space, yeah? I thought Ty was going to say he's nobody. He's a nobody. I was going to say, okay, you're adding somebody else to your list of nobodies.
No,
yeah? Okay.
I'm just joking. As a comedian, you can understand the joke, innit? I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Nice headphones, Ty. Nice headphones.
Thank you very much.
You missed them, innit?
100%.
Good to see you rocking your Boohoo Man there as well.
Absolutely.
That looks like a very nice house there, man. Look at this man living it up in style. Look at that.
That's
Look
lovely,
at that, man.
Wow.
It's a green screen. It's a green
screen.
Maybe we should buy a show from there. Look at that. That's amazing.
It's too far for your Ty. You can't walk so far.
So you could drive me, you could give me a lift, innit?
I know your daughter's not too well today, so wish her all the best.
I'm sorry to
wish
hear
her
that.
all the best. She gets
wish her all
well
the best.
soon. But one thing that would have given you a big smile was the performance of Arsenal yesterday. I mean, what an excellent performance. Ty, you was at the game as well.
Luckily, thankfully.
Fantastic performance. Let me start with you actually, because you were there.
Yeah,
that was brilliant by Arsenal yesterday.
It was amazing, and I did say in my interview it was like Freaky Friday, Chris Brown, and it was like Freaky Sunday because I said in my interview in the morning I watched Birds of a Feather. I thought they would big up Linda Robson and Pauline Quirk, and I was watching it now. I was supposed to be going out. I said, let me just watch it, and then all of a sudden now Tracy picks up the paper. She's reading the paper, and on the back pages, it says, Arsenal's Night of Cup Glory. And you've got Alan Smith, legend, holding the cup. I said, and it was called Not in My Backyard as well. Can you imagine? So that's like an away game. I thought that was it. Next thing now, I go to a place which I can't mention for obvious reasons. Look at Robbie's face. He's seen how it all...
Why?
No, I'll tell you afterwards. I'll tell you why. So I go to this place, right? And I'm there just doing my stuff. And all that, and then I walk around.
Hold on, wait a minute. What place?
I can't say it there. I'll tell you. If I tell you off air, you'll understand why.
This is not another sort of, when we was discussing that Nigeria story. It's not another one. It's not connected to that, is it?
No, it's nothing to do with that. It's nothing to do with that. And
it's a catch, man.
I didn't do anything.
So why can't you tell us where it is?
I'll tell you because I'll tell you off air because I know how it's going to sound and look. I'm not silly. I know that's what I mean.
How it's going to sound and look what?
Absolutely. When I tell you, you see. So now, and then I turn around, right? And then here's a Fulham fan with a Fulham hat on. He said, we'll pay you today. I said, what? And I said, yeah, it's Chad. He said, I hope he said, you're not going to. I said, I hope so. And I said, And then the third thing is that, unfortunately, I turned up to the game a bit late. And the last time
last
time I turned up to the game late, we won 5-1. So that was the omens. It was mad.
So loads of omens, eh?
3 omens. 3 meant to come in 3.
No, the last time you turned up to the game late, we won 3-2. It was a game against Bournemouth.
Last time. No, what I mean is, he's trying to catch me out. No, when we played Fulham away. The last time we played Fulham, we won 5-1.
Okay.
Why were you late then? Why were you late?
You're always late.
You said you just said, right, that you got up early. You just said that you watched this program and then you left out.
I didn't say I got
early.
Why were you
late? Why were you late for the game again?
I didn't say I got early.
Why are you late?
Why were you late? He went.
It's only Fulham. It's in London.
A bit, yeah.
It's in Fulham, in London.
Yeah,
right? Why you could have took the tube over there from where you are? How were you late?
Listen,
you took the bus, innit?
Things happen. I could neither.
You took the bus,
I could neither confirm or deny. All I can say is that we won the game.
Why don't you? Before we get into the game, right? I want to ask you this question, right? Because it's something that ever since I met you, it bugs me. It's like Why don't you like taking the tube? You always
I didn't say
taking
that.
buses all the time.
I didn't say that.
No, but you do. I
didn't
remember
say-
that time. I remember that time. Now I got another story to tell everyone.
Here we go.
Right.
Another line.
This is
Another line.
connected. This is connected to West London. I think I might even have told this one before. That one time after a game at Chelsea at Stamford Bridge, right, he was asking me for a lift back, but I go in a different direction to where he lives, right up here near the ground, and I go to a different direction. So I said I can't give you a lift back, but I go, just jump on the tube. It's right there. You know when you go Chelsea, the tube is right there, right? And he goes, nah, man, I'm gonna take bus. And then I go, why take the buses? You have to change about 3, 4, 5 times. So just take the. And you know what he ended up doing, Yardy? He ended up walking home.
Did I?
From Chelsea.
Who said that?
All the way from Chelsea.
Well, who said that?
Right up
Who
here
said
to
that?
near Finsbury Park.
Well,
This man walked all the
who
way
said
home.
that? Is there any conclusive?
I can't believe this
Is there any
guy, man.
conclusive proof that I did that?
Maybe him have claustrophobia or whatever them call it. Maybe him
I don't know, because he never wants to take
I
the
don't
tube.
know.
He never wants to take the
Claustrophobia.
tube.
I don't know.
But listen, let's focus on the game. What an amazing performance by Arsenal.
Yeah.
They absolutely blew Fulham away in that first half. Ty was saying to me earlier, and it is true, it could have been 5, it could have been 6.
Could have been 10.
Wonderful football. In that first half, that is probably the best first half of football I've seen Arsenal play this season. I mean,
I agree.
I remember at Brentford, they were very similar when we went away to Brentford.
Yes.
But that was absolutely incredible.
Yeah, that game, the beginning, the first half, definitely remind me of the early start to the season that we had as well, where we were playing like this early in the season.
Yeah.
We were dominating the games early on and getting through and winning the games. And it just dominated from start to finish. Like Fulham, the fans, everybody, like it didn't seem like they turned up. It literally just seemed like they were scared of Arsenal for the whole game. They didn't want to. They started to press. They were open. They were trying to play us, and that just played into our hands because when teams open up and play against Arsenal, it suits us better because then we can have the free flowing, we get the attack going and score the goals. So they did that, and that wasn't working. They tried everything, just didn't work because the dominance. And something I noticed in the game, if like I watched your player rating, Robbie, and I noticed like you were saying some players had quiet games, such as Ben White had a quiet game, Saka had a quiet game. And if you notice, it's all on one side. It was on the right side. On the left side, it wasn't quiet. That's where all the goals came from, on that side. So you know what I mean? I feel
Trossard.
like that was Trossard. That was it. That we found out that just we're getting more joy on that side throughout the game. Keep going, persistent, and you know the goals come. Trossard getting 3 hat tricks in the first half. Wow. Amazing, you know what I mean?
Hat-tricks of assists.
Hat-trick of assists.
Sorry, of assists. And he did. You know, the best one for me was the second one, because if you watch it, if you go back and watch it, and I'll send you a screenshot as well. When he crossed that ball in for Martinelli, he sat down on the floor and relaxed and watched the ball go to Martinelli and scored, and then got up. So he had time to chill and watch his assist.
That's
I
confidence.
swear, I was like, yo, I'm going to show you the picture. I couldn't believe it, but everybody had a great game. I think Saliba also had a great game at one point. Saliba got bored. Got bored in defense. I see him running through the midfield and taking a shot. I was like,
Yeah. Gabriel again. That's 3 goals. 3 goals for Gabriel from again.
Like
he
I
scored
said,
5
Robbie,
last year.
Exactly. If our team needs somebody's going to step up. We don't rely on one person.
Yeah, and you know what? You make a good point, because it was that left-hand side, and there's been times this season where everything's come down the right, and we've been like, want to see more stuff coming down the left. But Trossard, what a signing he has been.
Amazing.
I mean,
Amazing.
I think it was such a great performance. 3 assists in the first half. It was absolutely unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yes.
I thought Partey again just dominated that midfield. He was fantastic, and just all round, it was just a really, really good performance.
Absolutely.
And then to top it off, to see Gabriel J. I mean, you know what? Even the start of the game, we didn't even think that Trossard was going to be playing. That was a bit of a surprise, because a lot of people were saying Trossard would be out until after the international break, but he came in. But then to see Jesus come on, he nearly scored as well. The response from the response from the crowd. I mean, it was amazing.
It was absolutely. It was going, when he come on, he was cheering his every touch and all that. It was absolutely brilliant to see him. But going back to the game, there's 3 records that we broke in that game. In the fact that, maybe not, maybe 2. it was Mikel's 100th win. That's the
100th,
first
yeah.
one. The second one is Leandro had 3 assists in the first half for the first time since 2012. What player? Here's a pop quiz. What player?
2012.
Yes, did it in the first half.
What are you going to give me if I get it?
Arsenal there.
What are you going to give me? No,
He's
no.
correct,
No,
he's
hold on,
correct.
hold on. What's he going to give us if we get it? He says, say.
I didn't say that.
No, you're posing it like you come with some big bag
my
quiz.
undying gratitude. My undying
What are you going to give us
Yeah,
if
give
we
me
get it?
cash. Give me £50 cash, Mr. Cash.
£10, £50, £100.
You know what? I'll tell you what I'll give you. I'll treat you to Greedy Kings.
Greedy Kings.
Yeah.
Santi Cazorla.
He's wrong. No, that's right.
Yeah. See, you think I don't know them answers? That was the third thing. You're going to say that Arsenal, the first team to beat 5 London clubs away from home without
Absolutely.
conceding a goal.
Absolutely.
Clean
Yep. Amazing.
Yeah, without
Absolutely.
conceding a goal.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
again,
And
that was
that's
great.
because London's
was-
red.
London is red.
Yes,
London
yes,
is the
and
kings
let's
of
hope it
London.
continues
And,
that
and that our performances on the road this season have been exceptional.
Amazing.
It's been one of our Achilles' heels over the last few seasons.
Yeah.
But there is
Yeah.
a definite policy to start games quickly
Yes.
and on the front foot away from home.
Yeah.
And it has been working all season. And we saw another example because, come on, let's be real. That game beforehand,
Was a
there would have
very
been a
tricky-
lot of people looking and thinking,
Well, they were
Of
saying
course.
Fulham
Yeah, they were saying
away,
it.
a bit
Yeah.
tricky.
They were
The
saying
day
it.
before,
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
saw that City, they weren't
Just
at their
about-
best.
just about being
lucky.
Crystal
They
Palace
were a
with a
bit
penalty.
fortunate. Elise giving away a ridiculous penalty,
Yeah.
getting them out of jail in that game. But Arsenal now have a chance to go 8 points clear because we play
Yeah.
next weekend against Crystal Palace.
That's right, and Man City not
City are
playing.
in the FA Cup, so
That's
they
right,
won't be
yes.
playing in the league. So if we win that game, we'll go into the international break 8 points clear. Yes, City will have a game in hand, but it's all about having the points
Yes.
on the board. It's all about
the
ticking
table.
off another
Yep.
game as well. And
Yeah.
it's a good
Looking
situation.
Looking good.
Just got to keep winning,
Amazing.
innit?
We have to. We have to. I mean, to render the game more or less locked off in young people's slang before half time was absolutely amazing.
Game done. Pass the pad, fam.
Well, it's like game. I'm sure you remember. I'm sure both of you remember Street Fighter 1. Game over. That's what it's
Over.
like. But then,
was,
to
man.
be,
It
Fighter
was
one.
brilliant.
but to be fair, there was no Paulinho, so I suppose we got a bit of a squeeze there.
No
And we
William
kept
either. No William.
Yeah, which was an
But so
interesting
what?
one.
Listen,
And we kept Manu Solomon quite as well.
How many games have we played this season? Where,
Oh, it's true.
You know,
Yeah, we just say that,
One
we just say that.
one thing which really,
That's what Cecil said.
really gives me a good feeling at the moment about Arsenal is the players that are back. Look at the squad yesterday.
Yeah.
I looked at that bench, man. I was like, Smith Rowe's on the bench.
Kieran,
Reece
Yeah,
Nelson,
KT,
Kieran
yeah.
Tierney,
Gabriel J, Takahiro.
Yep.
Tomiyasu, a strong
It was
bench.
only Nketiah is
Only
Nketiah was
really
missing
at the
yesterday.
moment, only
he's
really
injured.
Nketiah and obviously El Neni, but
Yeah.
if we can get Nketiah back as well, I mean,
That's mad.
because then
got
we
man
can
of the
really.
But Jesus said that it feels good to be back, feel like he never left. And the thing about it, when he left, we were 5 points clear when his last game he played. So
And we
you
still
know,
are.
Yeah.
It's
So
amazing.
we kept the 5 points and he's back. And yes, when he came on, his cameo he had yesterday, it could have got a goal, but
Could've.
I think it's just good to see him back. And
Oh,
you can
fantastic.
see he's ready. He's ready.
He's hungry.
And Arsenal, we're in a great place right now to carry out
Brilliant
the next
place.
11 games and just have
Yes.
to keep going, man. We have 6 home
Yeah.
games and 5 away games.
Yes.
You know what I
yes.
mean? So
And you know the other
Looking
test
good.
that
Yep.
we really passed yesterday, right? Was the fact that a lot of people, I think because we were so dominant, a lot of people didn't really even focus on it. The fact that on Thursday night we'd had a game.
That's right.
We
yes.
played away
Yeah.
from home in
Which
the
I was
Europa
lucky
League.
enough
It's
to
like
go
a
as
lot of
well.
people. A lot of people was almost like
Yeah.
they'd forgotten about it because
Yeah.
we looked so fresh, so quick, so good. You know what I mean? We looked like the team
Yep.
that had a week off, not Fulham. You know what I mean? And
Exactly.
that if we can go into the games in the remainder of the season looking that fresh,
Yeah.
after playing a game on a Thursday,
Yes.
and now that we've getting a lot of players back, that means that we can rotate a bit.
Absolutely.
We can rotate a bit, which was what we did during the week. We rotated a bit.
Yeah.
And big week ahead. You know what I mean? Thursday night now, the second leg against Sporting. Sporting at
Yeah.
home.
Hopefully beat them.
Hopefully get a win there and then
Absolutely.
find out who we
Should
get.
do.
find out who we get in the next round of the Europa League.
And sorry, Robbie.
And it's looking good so far.
It is. I'm sorry, Robbie. We even forgot about Fabio and Reece on the bench as well.
Yeah, Fabio
Look at
and Reece.
that. Yeah. Look at that bench. That bench is
And
lit,
everybody is playing a part this season.
Yeah, absolutely.
Trossard was the guy yesterday.
Leandro.
Last week it was Reece Nelson. You know
Yes,
what I mean? I like the way that everybody's coming in and doing their thing. That shows you a united squad, a team that they're all fighting for each other, and it's all absolutely together. Brilliant, Yard.
Amazing, amazing.
Team, that's what it is. A team, and we've been saying it, is that that's what we see with our team, is that they play as a team. They're not just playing as individuals. No. They work together, and it generates, as we go back again, we have to give ourselves as fans credit, the positivity from us and even the fans like yourselves who go to the games and they're like pushing the team. Even when you go a goal down, like we still believe in our team. I called it yesterday, like funny enough, this is 4 in a row now. I don't want to jinx it, but yesterday a guy messaged me and said, give me your prediction before the game. I'm saying, I think we can score 3, and I hope we keep a clean sheet. And we did again. So let's hope my prediction him can keep going. I bet you that.
I know one prediction you definitely didn't get right, and that was two games, right? You didn't predict Southampton would get a 0-0 draw at Man United.
Should have won.
And you definitely didn't predict that Liverpool would lose away at Bournemouth.
Oh, God.
I know you didn't get them two. I mean, that just shows you the craziness of the Premier League, doesn't it?
It shows you how hard it was to beat Bournemouth after going 2-0 down, not only 1-0.
Nah, man, Bournemouth a big side, Big side. People need to recognize that's a big side right here.
Anyway, let's get into...
let's go into that.
I wanted to get into the Boohoo Man and Idiot of the Week.
Yep.
Let's first of all start off with your Boohoo Man of the Week.
All right, Boohoo Man of the Week for me. Big up Arteta and the team, right, for that performance. Big up Jesus for the return as well. And big up Arteta for the mind games he played before the game when telling us about Jesus and Trossard is not looking likely. Yeah? And they both were there, and we saw them both. But we have to give it to the one and only. You know it is already.
Leandro!
Well done, Leandro.
That performance was great, man. So
Superb.
Big up
Brilliant.
to you.
What a signing he's been since he's come in January. He made such an impact.
Yeah.
He's got such qualities on the ball, man. You know what I mean? And I love the fact that when he's playing on the left, he can do this interjecting where he changes with Martinelli.
I
mean, well, if everyone's fit now. What's the front three? I asked this question yesterday when we was doing the stream.
That's a great question.
What's the front three? What front three would you go with next week's Sunday against Crystal Palace? Yardy, you first.
Same as yesterday. I would go
so
the
no
same
Jesus.
as no, I'll play. I would probably more likely start Jesus on Thursday.
Sporting, and
let the front three for the Premier League that we've had start. Just because I feel Jesus shouldn't just get thrown back in. I feel like the players that are there right now have earned the right to have that spot still, and Jesus should come in and fight for the spot. And I think he will do that. Yeah, no facts. Look, Martinelli, his goal came from him playing in the middle. You understand?
Yeah,
he switched. That's where. And most of his goals since recent time have come from him going in direct in the middle. So I feel like Arsenal might have to think about getting another winger and having Martinelli as a next striker as well. You know what I mean?
I've always thought he can play down the middle. And the other thing about him, he's good in the air. I've said that from time.
Yeah,
he's good in the air and he's showing it. What about you?
Yeah.
Would you do the same? You start the same front three?
I have to agree with Yardy. I would love to see Gabriel J in, but I think it's maybe a bit too early for Gabriel J to come back into the Premier League team. I agree with Yardy 100% that he should hopefully start against Sporting, but I would just leave the front three as it is now because it's been absolutely amazing knowing that you've got Gabriel J and when he's fit to come on if needed.
Okay.
So what about you, Robbie?
Yeah, I'll agree with you guys. I'd love to see Jesus get. Listen, the Sporting game at home is not going to be easy.
No, it won't be easy.
You know what I mean? Because they're a good side. Remember that they went to Tottenham, they got a draw as well. So it won't be easy, but I want to see Jesus play a part in that game. But I think I'd start with a similar sort of team as what we played in Sporting last week. Maybe not as many changes because we've got to get the job done. But I think the difference is next week we're playing at home. The next two games, for me, they're both home games,
Yeah.
and then after that there's a break. So for me,
Yes, that's right.
the players can go. You know what I mean, we haven't got to think about resting players too much because they can rest in the break. You know.
Yeah.
All right. Idiot of the week.
Idiot of the week. Well, before we get into that, talking about break, there's a player that's gonna have a break from football for a couple games right now. Anyway, because he could have been an idiot of the week, Mister, the one who they're trying to compare party and stop it. Casemiro don't play much football. Yeah, he don't play much football these days. You know what I mean? Like this guy is always looking holidays. You know what I mean? I feel like he has some other plans. As soon as he knows, something go on in Brazil, yo, kick down a man and go up on holiday quick. You know what I mean? Like I swear. But he's going
to get a 4-game ban.
Yeah, 4-game ban. Yeah.
Good.
4-game ban.
Yeah.
So them cannot compare him to Partey. Like, he's missing too many games to compare him. Anyway, and if you look at the stats, Partey stats are much better anyway. But he didn't get idiot. He could have. But the idiot of the week has to go to the one and only, the 7-Up Kings that got hit by the cherry pop. Liverpool. How did you slap Man United 7-0 and then you're struggling and then you want to tell us Arsenal fans, you're over celebrating beating Bournemouth coming from behind. You couldn't even get from behind to get in front. You're idiots. Of the week.
Yeah, I can't believe. I was shocked.
Can't argue with that, can you? I mean,
no, I was shocked.
And then there was another idiot within that. I mean, I don't know if you saw the penalty missed by Salah.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God. You know what? I'm watching it. I'm watching it with my son because his football game got cancelled, right? So I'm watching it with my son, right? And when Salah stepped up to take the penalty, I go to him. Yeah, he'll either high up in the roof or into one of the corners. I go, Salah never misses penalties, right?
Hardly
That's
ever.
what I said to my son.
Hardly ever.
My son goes, yeah. I think Salah does not. I go, Salah never misses penalties. I couldn't believe it, man. That's the second time I've said that. It's when I remember I was at the World Cup, right? When Harry Kane took that penalty, and I said to the guy next to me, I go, well, at least Harry Kane never misses penalties.
Yeah.
Bang. The thing.
Next time, if Arsenal if a team gets a penalty against Arsenal, let's hope they don't. Say that, Robbie, please, yeah? Say this guy never misses. And
I couldn't believe that Salah one. I couldn't believe that was unbelievable.
But I don't know if he should be idiot of the week because he's only missed about twice. His record is...
He's unbelievable player. He's unbelievable player. But still, that was a bad miss. He didn't even get it on target, man. It's miles wide. I don't know what he was doing.
Yeah.
Ty, Grace, what you got? Just one of them.
It's going to be disgrace of the week.
All right, who's his disgrace of the week?
And it's got to be Casemiro. Because the thing is, the Southampton player, I don't know who it was, but they're very lucky not to be injured because it was a terrible tackle.
But Ten Hag was saying that he didn't think it was a sending off.
What is this candid camera? Where's the cameras? I know I'm being punked in it.
That's what he said. No, he said that he felt that if you slow it down, it looks worse than what it is. He said that Casemiro has played so many games in Europe, never been sent off. Now he's been sent off twice.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know what he was arguing about. That was a sending off. You see his studs, they were high up on the player. You know,
of course, very high.
Listen, he didn't mean to do that. It is kind of a bit the follow through, but it's still a sending off, man. I don't know. It's dangerous, isn't it? I think Ten Hag needs to realise that it's not that you have to mean it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? He didn't mean it. We know that, right? But it's just dangerous. You're out of control kind of thing.
Exactly.
And the reason why they brought that in is to stop people from getting their legs broken. You know what I mean? The one thing I would agree with Ten Hag is that the consistent inconsistencies of the referee. I don't know if you saw that did you see that Newcastle game?
Yes.
With the keeper. Now,
oh my God!
Honestly, that's the worst decision.
He didn't get a card. He wasn't even given as a foul.
You know what? We've had some bad decisions.
Yeah,
we've had some bad decisions this year, right? But I think that's got to rank amongst one of the worst I've seen.
Yeah.
And the only reason that is definitely a referee saying, and also the VAR, the both of them saying, oh, you know what? We sent off Nick Pope for a similar thing the other day. He missed the cup final.
Exactly.
Oh no, we're not.
Yes.
But that's not how this thing's supposed to work.
Exactly right. I think that's what happened.
You know, if you deserve to be sent off, you get
Should be
sent
sent
off.
off.
That was disgusting decision, man. It really
Terrible.
was.
It was
And you
ridiculous.
thinking the Wolves, they're down near the bottom.
Yeah, and they lost.
I mean, I can fully understand
decision.
why their manager was really losing it, man.
Yeah,
That was shocking.
Lopetegui.
Anyway, the women won as well, but you wouldn't have known it. Normally you say you go to all the women's games.
Yes,
But you decided to eat food instead, you know what I mean,
Well,
at the chicken shop.
what-
But it's
well,
all right, you know what I mean. I saw you.
Thank you to
Love your loyalty to the ladies, you know what I mean.
Kings. No, well, what happened is
Also, big up Beth Mead, man. I met Beth Mead
Beth, yeah,
last
lovely
week.
Beth.
What a lovely lady she is, man.
Yeah, fantastic,
And
fantastic.
get well soon, Beth, man. Get well soon.
Absolutely.
But
Anti-Vim as well.
what a really, really cool person.
Absolutely. What it was? Listen, it was 4-0 goals by Frida.
Yeah, but you didn't go.
Leah and an own.
Where'd
and
you
a-
support?
And an own goal. Did you go? Huh? Did you go?
No, but I had my kids with
What do
me,
you
so I had to go and
Okay.
watch it.
Yeah, no.
But you,
Well, that's fair.
You normally go to them games,
Yeah,
but you decide to eat food instead.
No, I meant to, but the vibe was so good at Chelsea. I didn't want to leave. I should have gone there, but
That's
I
terrible.
did.
Terrible
Yeah.
time.
I did watch the
Disrespecting women's football.
I did watch the game.
Decided to eat food instead.
I did watch the game, but well done to our women, and also to all the women. It's actually Women's History Month this month, so no,
it?
fantastic.
I didn't realise that.
So we won 4-0, absolutely fantastic, and also we have a game tonight, which I'm going tonight. We got Brentford B. Our under-21s have got Brentford B in the Premier League Cup at Gander Green Lane, 7 o'clock. So assuming it's
You
on,
go?
I'll be off there today.
Okay,
Yes, I'll be going.
Don't get thrown out. Anyway, listen, Yardi, big up yourself, man.
Yeah, and we wish you all the best to your
bless up.
daughter. Hope she gets well soon. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hope to see you back in the studio next week.
Absolutely.
And also,
Yeah,
thanks
man.
to you,
Thank you.
Ty, and thanks to everybody who's watched. Don't forget to
Thank you,
use the code AFTV10. Get an extra 10% off of all Boohoo Man gear. Get into it right now. Thanks for watching the show, and we'll see you next week.
Peace. Good luck to all our teams.